Ageless Energy Radio. How to feel 22 at any age. Would you like to feel young and vibrant regardless of your age? Never have to call in sick again. Be laser focused and productive all day long. Stop feeling stressed out by your life. Stay calm and confident no matter what. Go to bed feeling peaceful and wake up energized? Ageless Energy is healing your self-generating energy systems through the renewal of your body, mind, and spirit for complete wellness without artificial stimulants or medication. Would you listen? Anyone who wants to feel young, ageless, and productive, regardless of their years. Join your host, Dr. Chandler George, as we explore your mind, body, spirit to feel 22 at any age.
Hey everyone, this is Dr. Chandler George of Ageless Energy, how to feel 22 at any age, how to heal your self-generating energy systems through the renewal of your body, mind, and spirit. And today I have my decades-long time now, friend and client, Dr. Neema Randall from Manassas, Virginia?
You got it, yes.
Now, Dr. Randall, you got such accolades and things rocking and rolling out there over the last number of years. I don't want to mess it up. I really don't. So I want to can you catch us up, us listeners, and me as well, who are in awe of you, of all the cool things you're doing and your family and all, everything.
I'll just start with a little bit about how I came to know you, which was many years ago now. Seems like I always used to say 4 years, but now it's just grown because my twins, I am a mom of twins who are 11 years old now, but I started working with Dr. George when they were about 2 or 3 years old. So from that point, I had a practice in Richmond, Virginia, where Dr. George definitely helped me through that process, and then decided to move on and got divorced and then got remarried and to a wonderful guy. And we now live in Northern Virginia. He has his own business. I have a practice here in Virginia. But we also do vision boards for kids up and down the East Coast our mission has become in practice and in our personal life is really helping people create their vision for their life and live out their dreams. So everything that we do kind of surrounds that mission. And it's kind of become what our mission is as husband and wife. And so we have some things that we do together, like Vision Board Party for Kids. But then I also have my own thing that I do as I create coaching programs for clients, for patients. And also I'm in the process of creating an online course called Love, Health, and Happiness. It's going to be directed in helping people find how to create love, health, and happiness in their life and walk in their greatness and create the life they've always destined to have.
Well, there you go. And men can be a part of that program too, right?
Absolutely.
Okay. I'm just double checking.
Absolutely. Yes. It's we all need that. We all want those things. So male and female, women and men, we all want those things in our lives, but sometimes we just get distracted and disconnected on how to actually achieve them.
Absolutely. I fully agree with that. Now, the premise of Ageless Energy is kind of going back to our core beliefs and our core human nature of what we all want and desire and need. And for me, we focus on rehealing the mind, body, spirit. And of course, you're a doctor of chiropractic. I'm a background doctor of chiropractic and a lot of alternative medicine. And we both practiced for many years. So it's discussing for maybe, people who have been patients or trying to heal certain things and all that, as you and I were before we even started recording about allergies with Time and stuff like this, is mind, body, spirit, which are kind of, in my mind, the 3 core components. Now, there's different words for it or whatever, but that's what we're going with the Ageless Energy. So with the mind, the mental aspect, Dr. Randall, what do you feel in your authority and expertise and your own personal life is the importance of the mental and the mind into you personally keeping Ageless Energy and juggling a busy career a corporate busy husband who's an entrepreneur, a new marriage and children, and a blended marriage now, I guess.
That's right.
Mentally, what are some of your tools, tricks, tips that you would share with us here on this side that we could do without becoming a doctor to help us have more ageless energy mentally?
Well, this was the whole premise for me kind of taking my office and practice and career into a new direction. Because of seeing so many patients over the years, I realized that some of their issues, it started with their mind. Whether it was depression or low self-esteem or, those kind of things that they were suffering with, battling with weight issues or career stress, that all those things are centered around the mind. So these are things that so many patients, which patients are just, pretty much people in the community, all of us suffer from these issues. So what I have learned to do is some of the things that you talked about, it's very easy to be disconnected. I mean, not disconnected, but lose yourself in a new marriage, kids, practice, so many things pulling at you. So it's very important to stay centered and to stay grounded so that's what really I feel like keeps you young and keeps you ageless, is staying connected to who you really are and learning how to be a better person than you were the day before. So some of the things that I do and that me and my husband actually do for our minds to kind of keep it renewed and refreshed, because you don't want to feed the monster in your head, that monster that constantly tells you can't do something, or you're too old for something, or you're a woman, or you're a man, or people don't do that from where I come from, is to really get into books and education and renewing our mind with new knowledge. So there's so many ways so much information that you can have access to through YouTube or online. There's some people that we follow online that we kind of stay plugged into to just kind of keep our mind fresh on how to really live a limitless life. So for the mind, I'd say keep it refreshed, renewed, and read books. Take time out to find out some great books to read that can kind of make sure you're pointed in the right direction.
I love it. I like it. They always say we're only as good as the people we meet and the books we read. The people we meet and the books we read is where our education comes from. But I also believe that the frequencies of the people we meet and the books that we read that resonate with us increase the frequency, thus the happiness in your life. The mental frequency, right? Since our brain operates on frequencies of alpha, beta, theta, and zeta, that we want to increase the frequencies in our brain to be more optimal. Well, how do we do that? Well, it's different for everybody. You just shared yours, which is great. And so like in the YouTube videos, that's watching them. It's a better connection than just reading the book, probably, because you're hearing them, you're seeing them move. And so it's kind of, once again, it's like being at a live event, but it wasn't quite live. It's who you meet and the books you read. And then I'd probably add to it the events you go to, right?
Yes.
So absolutely wonderful. So and what you said is also so good, because anybody, even the person anywhere in the world who says, well, I have nothing but a cell phone to my name and it's a 4S, it's 3 generations old. Well, you know what? You can do this too on that phone and doesn't cost any money whatsoever. If you got a phone account, you can still do what Dr. Randall recommended right there. And then, so that's the mind. Now, what about, I'm going to get personal now, what about the body? What about the physicality? You're a woman. What about the body? Tell me what you do there to stay connected to your core and your energy.
Well, I definitely think exercising is huge. And what I'm even beginning to learn even more so is how that exercise truly is not necessarily about losing weight, because we connect that so much with losing weight, but more about staying connected to your body and allowing you to have peace of mind, allowing you to connect with nature and things of that kind of thing. Now, one of the things I love to do, because I believe that so many times we lose our youthfulness when it comes to our body. So you hear people say, oh, I'm too old to do that. Or, I can't do that. I can't stretch. Those things are so important when it comes to your body. So exercising in all kinds of ways, and not just exercise, but staying in movement, meaning stretching, walking. And it doesn't have to be that you're running. It could just be taking a walk outside so that you're filling your lungs with fresh air, allowing your mind to reconnect with nature. So it's about movement more than necessarily exercising, but staying in motion, keeping your body not just sedentary, but moving your body, doing things that are fun, doing things that might even be childlike. If you have children, getting out there with your kids, playing football. My birthday is coming up, and I decided that I want to do like the iFLY thing, which my son doesn't even want to do, but I want to do because I want to do something fun that has to do with just kind of something that maybe someone who would be a kid would do, because that helps me stay connected to being ageless.
Oh, man, you nailed it on the head. I'm just grinning ear to ear. I love everything that you just said. The movement, being chiropractors, it's all about movement, because we were taught early on in school, as I'm sure you were, that the more movement and the more the little nutrients push each other up through the vertebra and through the discs and back and forth, and the less movement meant an unhealthy spine, and they gave us all the scientific reasoning of it and all this. But bottom line, forget all that stuff. Just getting out there and moving in general, you feel better. Your endorphins,
Absolutely.
Your endorphins, everything changes, your hormones, to where you can't be mad anymore. You can't be, you're going to be happy. I know for years we did a talk, how to email your stress to another planet, and we would teach people how to laugh. And there is absolutely no way to have a gas-passing, belly-shaking kind of laugh and be unhappy. It's impossible. Right. Just try it. Try to smile and be mad. You can't do it. We're
That's
not
right.
made that way. And so the muscles and everything, it takes more muscles to be upset than it does to be happy. And then once the hormones take over with the positivity, it just pulls you to a whole nother level, which is really the key. So movement, and with these cool movement trackers, the FitBits of the world, the iWatches, and everything in between. I mean, my goodness, you can even set your own goal. If I move 2 steps today, it'll go beep, beep, and give me a smiley face. So you can even, program technology for your own little reward, can't you? And how fun is that?
Absolutely. You don't even have to get into the idea that it costs to move. So many of us think, that means I have to join a gym. No. You don't even have to do that. It's just about staying in movement. It's about, walking around the block. There's so many things that you can do that don't cost you a thing, that you can allow your body to stay in movement and exercise and feel refreshed.
Well, you need your power move, You need the move that gives Dr. Randall or Dr. George the most power. What is your move? You have to have your move, which is totally free, that automatically means I'm in the zone. I'm back. I'm here. Whatever your power move is, we should everyone listening should develop your power move and have that power move so that you can automatically pull yourself out of a state of depression or state of thinking bad thoughts instead of positive thoughts, by just standing up and putting yourself in whatever your power move happens to be. So changing the state of your body will change the state of your consciousness and your mental every single time. So I'm a big believer, if you tell me you got mental blah, 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 well, then let's, start all the movement stuff, because you won't have it for long, because the hormones will change, everything will change, which will then affect the mental. Would you agree, Dr. Randall?
Absolutely. Yes, absolutely. 100%.
And the iFLY, what fun is that? About 15 years ago, whatever, me and another doctor friend, we got to go do, it wasn't an iFLY, but it was like that. It was in Vegas at the Naval. It used to be the Navy Flyway or whatever deal. And we, before the Flyways took over the country, and we were scared to death, and they gave us football helmets and everything.
Yes.
Get in there, and we're flying and all that. Oh, our eyes, and we were just scared half to death, and that hot air blowing, and it's a trip. You're going to absolutely love that.
Awesome.
Yeah, that's next time you go to Vegas, you can still do it. They may call it iFLY now, but it's like 50 years old, because it was part of the naval base when there was only 2 in the country or something. I don't know why a naval base would be in Arizona, but nonetheless.
Wow.
It was something like that. I think that's so funny. But moving the body like that just, makes us talk different, think different. And again, movement can be laughter. Movement can be, as she said, walking through the woods and all this, because that creates energy, being around other living things. And nature is a living thing. Oceans live, trees live, air's living. And so the more living things creates a frequency and an energy and an aura around our bodies. that changes everything. And literally, like color therapy, it gives you a different lens in which you see life out of. It gives you a different lens. I'm a big believer in color therapy, and I even have them right here. So I got my eight colors here, and go, okay, which we'll get into at some other point in time, but the reds, greens, the indigos, the violets, and what they do and what hormones they release and what glands they go to totally relates to what she's saying, because you get out where it's beautiful and you see these different colors. You see these different things which trigger different responses inside of your body that will create energy. And so they're free.
Absolutely.
They're absolutely free. Everyone just has to get out of their cocoon, their apartment, their cabin, or whatever, and go experience it. Hey, I don't care even if you're in New York City. I was there during y'all's blizzard this year. You can even do it there, right?
Yeah.
I mean, we were out every single day in that blizzard creating energy with people. Of course, we had Italian food, which really helped. But anyway, so spirit, which means a lot of different things to a lot of different people. Spiritually or spirit means what to Dr. Randall? How does she keep that recharged and working?
For me, it's meditation and prayer are my go-to every single morning is what I do. So, the more intentional you are about, and meditation can take so many different forms for different people. Sometimes it involves prayer. Sometimes it's guided, a guided app. Sometimes it's you just sitting in silence. Sometimes it can be anything. That's what I love about meditation. There's no right or wrong way to do it. But what I do find is that when I do meditation and prayer, it gives my mind a peace of mind. It helps me find clarity. It connects me with my higher power, which for me is God. And it just keeps me connected so that I have more clear direction on what I need to do for the day, what I need to do for my life. I sometimes may read a scripture. When it comes to that, sometimes I don't do that. It's just a variety of things, but I think it's about your intention of connecting with something higher than you, connecting with a higher source. So, and whatever that is for you. But for me, it's God. And when I do that and when I stay connected in that way, it's like I give myself a gift. It is truly a gift to myself by doing that every morning, taking that time out. It's for me. It's my time. It's best done in the morning, but sometimes I do it multiple times during the day, depending on what's going on in my life and when I feel like I need more direction. So that's what keeps me grounded. That's what keeps me connected to what I'm supposed to be doing on this planet and how I'm supposed to serve. And those are the things that keep you ageless. It's not about just you and taking, but how can you serve? How can you give? And how do I do that in the proper way? And to who do I do that to? I find those answers in meditation and prayer.
I fully agree with you. That's awesome. That's amazing. And in this world of consumerism and all the marketing and ads that we see every single day, here in 2017, it's all about me, and take, and consumerism. But then when you plug into your source, your spiritual source, all of a sudden it's like, oh, it isn't about me. Oh, I got my own crap that's a mess I need to put together. Oh, I need to stay focused. And then as you do that, then it's like, well, then my real purpose is to help other people find their source, other people find their God. And for me, I'm a Christian, and my God, go non-denominational church, is helping them find their path. And it's not to be pushy or whatever, but everyone's going to be uneasy and have trouble finding their ageless energy and to feel that exuberant energy and youth that we're talking about and how to feel 22 if they don't find that source.
Absolutely. Absolutely. There's no way you can have ageless energy and feel 22 at any age without connecting to a higher source and knowing that there's something higher than yourself.
That's right. And giving faith to that higher source that they're in charge, not you.
Absolutely. That's right. And
that as smart as you think you are, that you're not all that smart, maybe, or all that smart, and that maybe there's something else that kind of knows a little bit better what you should do or where you should be or when to be quiet or when to be still or say no to the promotion or say yes to something else and all this. And we all go through that, which, we both know if you watch TV and the sitcoms and everything out there, it's all stress, and depression. And, We just heard of Erin Moore, and I think she passed away of cancer, but she had problems possibly with alcohol and drug addiction. But she's not the first one. I think everyone in Hollywood, it seems like these days, from Whitney Houston on, horrible situations, even though they were incredibly gifted and had all the money in the world and still weren't happy. So I don't know. This isn't to be a pulpit, but I'm kind of wondering, what were they not plugged into enough? Because I know, like, Whitney was a Christian. How did they get away from whatever it was and get so sucked into the world to be lost?
Yes.
Right? So it's and so you look at them. Here were really good people, good to the core, not just talented, but got lost in the world of humankind or mankind when we need to be lost into the world of Godkind or the spiritual world where we're taken care of and everything is good. But we get lost in this world. I guess another friend of mine put it succinctly. He said, we were on a ski trip together. He said, Chandler, we all only have so much time in this world, and some will burn it up before others. Drugs or alcohol, or they don't sleep at night, or they party all night in Vegas, whatever it is, they'll burn it up. And then they're gone. And then others aren't saving it because that's not a way to live. Hey, we're saving it, hoping we live to be 120. But they're serving others, they're giving back to others, and then they're taking time to honor what it teaches us spiritually, which is have a Sabbath, whatever day that is for you. Have a Sabbath to rest and to take care of the family. Have a Sabbath to eat right. Have rest period. Because one of the best ways to get Ageless Energy, when you listen to Spirit, which is why there's a Saturday or Sunday typically for church, is to rest. We forget that one of the best ways to gain energy is to be quiet, be still, and to rest. That's
good. Now, I got something from that that you just said.
Oh.
That's good. That's good.
Do you ever feel an incredible comfort and peace? I know it's easier for me. This sounds crazy to even pray and do certain things. If there's a deep snow and it's snowing and you're in a cabin and the world feels really quiet, it's like a deafening quietness, and you have some hot chamomile tea or something, and you recreate that moment, or the fire's crackling and all this, and it's not meant to be romantic. It's meant to be spiritual. And the fact that the frequency's increased, and all of a sudden you're in that consciousness and state, and you feel real connected to your God, and you have amazing energy, and you're healing in that state. You're self-generating all your energy systems to be the best you can the next day for when the sun comes out, the fire's turned off, you're not drinking chamomile, and now you're hopefully doing good for the world.
Right. Yes.
Yeah. So spiritually, almost in my mind, is another way of saying intentional rest with your Maker.
That's good. Yes. I'm writing that one down. I hope the listeners are too.
We like writer-downers. We like them better when God just gives them to us and we didn't even know we were going to say them. We both like those better, don't we?
Yes.
They just come out. But I think that is it. It's putting out the energy to seek your Maker and to connect on a deeper level. And the more you seek, the easier it will become for you if you're struggling with addictions or pain in your life and you want to do better. Seek other people who are believers who maybe have been at it a little longer than you, so that you can develop the habits and the skills to better seek your Maker, to learn how to better pray. It doesn't just come overnight. I'm still working.
That's right.
Dr. Randall at 53 all the time and doing better. And, I thought at 42 I had it down, and then I hear something new from the preacher, and go, oh, crud, I haven't been praying that way. Darn it.
Right. Right.
I didn't even know that,
Like you just gave me some ideas, some things that I'm going to change, actually. So, yes, I agree.
So
it evolves. It evolves.
You're just sitting there. Yeah, and we invest in all these products and programs and everything many times to feel a peace or an energy. And it's for me and you, it's called the Bible. And there it is.
That's right.
Pick what language you like it in and get at it. And you don't need another book. That's it.
Right.
By the way, you can get them for free. In fact, if you can't get one, call me and I'll send you one. So there's no expense to it, and God gave it freely as His gift. And it's one we certainly all should receive, which will totally, more than anything else you and I can ever say, will give people true ageless energy at 22 and help them connect and have that sense of peace. And that when they leave this world, they will have made a mark, not in financial or some buildings or whatever, but hopefully in leading other people to their source so that they will go to your heaven too, right? Because we all want to go to the afterlife with our friends and family.
Right.
They do. I want there to be a lot of, beaches and mountains. I don't want to see any cities. I want beaches and mountains.
Right.
And, so long as the cities of gold and all this. But you don't want to go alone. And we're told many times we can go alone. Those choices aren't made. And there's some people in my life I would never want to go without, but that's their choice, isn't it? So it's a free will. So at the end of the day, it's all free will. On the spiritual side, Dr. Randall and I can't push you, can't force you. We can just show you, and then you got to make up the decision and then invite your maker into your life, and then the magic starts to happen.
Absolutely.
But if you don't, you're on your own somewhere else. And Dr. Randall and I and everybody else will have to play without you. So try to make that decision. If we can help you, then certainly, Dr. Randall, how do they get a hold of you again if someone wants to get a hold of you?
So I've got a couple ways you guys can get a hold of me. My email is drneema@manassaswellnesscenter.com. So hopefully Dr. George will have that printed somewhere because the ending is a little bit long. But that's Dr. Neema, N as in Nancy, E-E, M as in Mary A, at manassaswellnesscenter.com. You can also follow me on Facebook under Dr. Neema. There's just a plain Dr. Neema page on Facebook that you can follow me on. And then I'm also on Instagram, which is One Good Doc on Instagram.
Awesome. One Good Doc. I'll follow you there. I don't think I follow you yet on the other ones. I better get.
You don't follow me on my Facebook page?
I don't think I do.
Okay, I'll have to. I'll connect with you there. And also, I'm on Twitter as well, which is also One Good Doc as well.
One Good Doc. I absolutely love it. That's awesome. One Good Doc. And so, if we can help any of y'all again achieve Ageless Energy, let us know. Again, this is Dr. Chandler George of Ageless Energy, and also for subscribing, which is just for the first 8 weeks. And here we're going to be in week number 2 or 3 with Dr. Randall. Is subscribe to the podcast. Once you subscribe to the podcast, go to chandlergeorge.com/ageless-energy-podcast/ and download some free goodies. Download our Adult Zen coloring book, Ageless Energy coloring book. Dr. Randall has one. And they're absolutely awesome. One of her kids loves it. And then after that, since you gave us your information, then go ahead and get 2 free tickets to one of our AE or Ageless Energy events coming up anywhere that we do them in the country. And you get those as a gift just from us for subscribing and leaving your honest opinion about our podcast at agelessenergy.com or chandlergeorge.com and the Ageless Energy page there. Just go there and let us know that, and we'll be glad to help you out. And I hope that you all have a blessed day. And Dr. Randall, by my heart, thank you very much. I look forward to see what we do over the next 10 years.
Thank you so much for this opportunity. Thank you, everyone, for listening, taking time out of your day. We appreciate it.
Thank you, guys. Bye-bye.
Bye.